Okay, what we have here are the cosecant function and the secant function, along with their respective reciprocals. So here's sine, you can see it in gray, and here's cosine, you can see that in gray. What I'm looking at is page 333 in the book. Okay, one thing you may notice for cosecant and secant is their period is the same. 2 pi. Okay? The biggest challenge is putting cosecant or secant into your calculator. Well, we know what this is going to do on our calculator by now. So how would I put cosecant in? Okay, in order to put cosecant in, since its reciprocal is sine, I can just put in 1 divided by sine of x. Okay? If I put this in, that's going to give me this cosecant, and that'll be what happens up here. So, okay, well, how would I put in y equals 2 cosecant? Okay, well, again, I want the reciprocal, so I'm going to put 1 over 2 sine of x. But you have to be careful here. Putting this in your calculator, you have to put 1 divided by parentheses, because we want all of this part in the denominator. Okay, so it'd be 1 divided by 2 sine of x. All right, and then what's going to happen? Well, maybe you can take a guess here, but instead of going to 1, instead of having this thing come down from the top going to 1, it's going to come down and go to 2. Look like something like that. Okay? All the other numbers, so y, let's just do this. We talked about A in another video, B, C, and D. All of these basically do the exact same thing in sine, cosine, cosecant, and secant, where A makes sine and cosine bigger, right? Instead of, if it's 2, it'll be twice as high. This will go to 2. This will go to 2. For cosecant, we come down to 2 instead of our normal 1. Okay, something like this. I don't know. It's not perfectly drawn, but it's in your book. Okay, so it's basically the same for A. It'll basically be the same for B, basically the same for C, and basically the same for D for all 4 of these. Okay, tangent's the only one that's a little bit different, because for all of these, if I want to find the period, it's going to be 2 pi over B, but for tangent and cotangent, the period is just, not 2, the period is just pi over B. Okay, this is the only, other than how they look, this is the only major difference between these 4 and tangent and cotangent. Okay, kind of rushing through this. It's quite messy, but since you have a sub today, I wanted to just put something down in the notes, and hopefully this can help at least get you started. We will have time for questions tomorrow, but I'd like you to give it a shot and see how well you can do on these problems. If you get into it, you're going to find that they're not quite as difficult as they look. They look tough, but they're not quite as difficult as they look. So good luck. Come and see me before school on Thursday, and I'll answer any questions you have. I hope this helps.